The Assignment.
Monday is Assignment Day, where today Chris Orange, my special guest, returns for the third in his series of 3 photographic challenges. A way to think about your picture making for the next week. It's a challenge for everyone. Whatever kind of photography interests you, whatever camera you hold, film, larger format, DSLR, mirrorless, compact, smartphone, it's really all about the picture you see and the imagination, today especially, that you have. As always, there's a show page on the website, photowalk.show, and I'd love you to share the pictures you make for this challenge, which I can then upload to the show page in the coming weeks for this edition. And you can check back, of course, to see pictures from previous editions. And before we meet Chris, who I am sure will return to set more in the future too, my thanks to our wonderful patrons at mpb.com who sponsor this show, the #1 company in the UK, the US and Europe, with bases in Brighton and Brooklyn and Berlin when it comes to buying and selling and trading used camera kit online. It's a safe place to do business because you have guarantees too upon what you buy. We usually spend a bit of time on a Friday talking about somebody who's used them, maybe showing some photographs from kit that's been bought through mpb.com. I don't know, just sharing stories. And it's a service that I use personally. So I'm very pleased that they're supporting us on the show. And before we meet Chris, a word about this Friday's Photo Walk. And, well, as you listen to this show on the Monday, if that's the day you're listening, of course, I am physically walking, probably now, with TV and film's Bill Ward, the actor, who is a photographer too in his own right. And I'm very much looking forward to you walking with us both. Lots to talk about, lots to photograph, and I'm sure I will be talking to him about playing the villain. Right, let's meet our guest for today, setting you a challenge for the new week. It's Chris Orange.
The Assignment.
So, the third assignment set by Chris Orange. A little bit of role play involved in this one?
Yes. So for this photo shoot, I would call it, I want you to pretend that you're me. And what I mean by that is, for me on a day-to-day basis, I will work with various brands to capture their products in a way that makes them look like they're worth buying. And so whether that's for an advertising campaign, whether that's just for someone's Instagram, they want you to make the image look better than they can do on their phone. That's really where it starts. And so my challenge this week is to pretend. Think about your favorite brand. Think about a company that you would, in a kind of dream world, you would love to shoot for. It might be a whiskey brand. It might be a trainer company. It might be a train company. Who knows what it is?
Yeah.
You know, it could be Orient Express. This might be harder. But just think about something that you've got access to that you would love to shoot for, and spend the week trying to create as professional an image as you can for that company.
What a great
And I think you'll be amazed at the journey you have to go through in terms of lighting, in terms of quality of image, in terms of the lenses that you use, and the whole thought process around styling. It can take time, and you might have to spend some time planning this, but just think, I want to end up with a shot that's worth going on a billboard, and try and go on that journey this week.
Yeah, so the journey that I'm thinking, the first thing I thought about, there's loads of products I'd like to shoot, but I'm particularly married to my microphone. My Neumann TLM 103, this one. Or is it the 87? No, it's the 103. Can't afford the 87. Anyway, so it's my microphone. This is it. And this is probably my favourite thing in the whole studio. How sad am I sounding, Chris?
Well, no, but this is the thing that we all love. Yeah. That's how your voice just sounds amazing.
But I like to think it's amazing anyway, Chris. But
and you've got a wonderful voice, of course.
It is really the microphone. It is really It is really the microphone. I'm not kidding myself. But I'm thinking, how would I light it? And I'm thinking, could it be something lit from above, so it's almost like heavenly? And the light would fall around the microphone windshield, or could it be from behind and get this sort of halo effect? So many ways to think about it, isn't there?
Yeah, and then you got to think about, if you're going to shoot down onto that microphone, well, what's underneath that that's going to make that image still be impactful? So are you going to have another light that comes up from beneath, or are you going to have a reflector down there which sends that light back towards you again without creating too much flare? I mean, when you start this journey, you enter a whole world of technical problems, which really the fun part is kind of problem solving. A lot of photo shoots for commercial work is a big kind of case of, how do I problem solve this to get to where I need to be? And who knows what people are going to come up with. I think that, I think people love their clothes, they love their computers, they love their TVs. Start thinking around these things. Maybe it's around things like food. Perhaps someone wants to be a chef and they want to shoot their food, all kinds of things.
Let's just add in an extra rule here. You can't sell your parents-in-law.
Definitely. And actually, I will say, I know people who have got business from doing this very thing.
Oh, really?
And in fact, I am one of those people. And a long time ago, when I first started shooting commercially, I actually took some products like this and shot them and started to send them to various brands to
like
see
demos, essentially.
Exactly that. And you're saying, look, I can do this. And if you just catch someone on the right day and they're looking for a photographer and they think, actually, this might be a bit cheaper than our regular photographer, you just never know. And with social media now, you can show anyone anything.
I said you'd need to use your imagination today. Very much looking forward to seeing what you produce, and it's our challenge for this week. I'll be delighted to post what you show us on the corresponding show page on the website photowalk.show. Music on the show is from artlist.io. Neil Ford, Emily Renier and Andrea Gilpin, thank you for your support work behind the scenes, and I look forward to photographing with you, hearing from you and talking with you on the Photo Walk.
The Assignment is a Loading Zone production.